You are not lazy. You are just stuck. And that is far more dangerous. Because when someone believes they are lazy, they slowly start accepting a smaller life. Let me explain something. There are people who have no ambition. They don't dream big. They don't think about success or growth. And then there are people like you. People who imagine a different future. You picture a better version of yourself, more disciplined, more confident, more successful. You know you are capable of more. But there is a strange gap between your dreams and your actions. Your mind is full of plans, but your days are full of delay. You say things like, "I'll start tomorrow. I just need the right moment. I'll do it when I feel motivated." But the right moment never really arrives. Days pass, weeks pass, and slowly frustration grows inside you. You start asking yourself painful questions. Why can't I just start? What is wrong with me? Why do other people seem so productive? But here's the truth. The problem is not laziness. The problem is friction. Every action has resistance. Think about it. When you want to study, you imagine 2 hours of hard work. When you want to exercise, you imagine sweat and exhaustion. When you want to start a project, you imagine all the effort it will take. Your brain sees the entire mountain, and because the mountain looks huge, it refuses to move. So instead, you choose comfort. Scrolling, watching videos, doing things that require no effort. Your brain chooses the easiest reward available. This is not weakness. This is simply how human psychology works. But highly productive people do something different. They remove friction. They make starting ridiculously easy. Instead of thinking about the entire task, they focus only on the first tiny action. Not the workout, just putting on the shoes. Not the study session, just opening the book. Not building the whole project, just writing the first sentence. These actions are so small that your brain cannot argue with them. There is no fear, no pressure, no overwhelm. And once you begin, something interesting happens. Your brain shifts into a different state. Psychologists call this momentum. When you are in motion, continuing feels easier than stopping. One sentence becomes a paragraph. One paragraph becomes a page. 5 minutes become 30 minutes. But if you never start, momentum never appears. That is why the biggest enemy of success is not failure. It is inertia. Staying still, waiting for the perfect mood, waiting for motivation. But motivation is not something you wait for. Motivation is something you create. And the fastest way to create motivation is simple. Start before you feel ready. Do the smallest possible action, even if it feels insignificant, even if it feels too easy. Because success is not about intensity, it is about consistency. The person who improves 1% every day will eventually outrun the person who waits for the perfect moment. Small progress compounds. 1 page a day becomes thousands of pages in a year. 10 minutes of learning becomes hundreds of hours of knowledge. Tiny actions shape powerful habits, and habits shape your future. So the next time you feel lazy, don't fight your brain. Don't force yourself into massive effort. Just do something small. One step, one action, one tiny movement forward. Because once you move, everything changes. Momentum begins. Confidence grows. And slowly, the person you imagined becoming starts turning into reality.